my birthday slash 3K Q&A. So if you don't know me by now, my name is Danny or Danielle, and I am Wonkyun on Tumblr, and yeah. So, I can't answer that. I don't know. That's your opinion. My thoughts are that they still continue to top everything that they've done, and this isn't an exception at all. They just put out the best that they can always bring, and that's what I like about them. The one thing that I didn't like was how rude some of one of the music shows were when Vix and Twice, Vix and Twice still had their comebacks around the same. They had the Vix and Twice had their comeback at the same time or around the same time of each other, and then one of the music shows was just like, let's make a thumbnail, but just have all Twice, and then they're like, oh wait, we forgot about Vix, and then they just put their name underneath them, like they have to go. Like, extremely rude in my opinion, and like kind of disrespectful to someone, like, to a group that's like a senior group to Twice. Other than that, they've been putting out the best, and I know that they've only won, or they haven't won much for it, but that's all like fan votes, and it's kind of, in the end, it's rigged in a sense, just because whatever is more popular will obviously have more votes, but I believe that they should have won for almost every performance that they've been on. I got into K-pop from my friend Benji. He's one of my oldest Tumblr friends. He is my oldest Tumblr friend. So I have a link to his blog on my blog, but I'll also leave the link to his blog in the description below. So if you want to follow him, he mainly blogs and artists, and he blogs a lot of other groups, but mainly from and first experiences. Well, he showed me a lot of groups that had more than 5 members, but I was used to 5 members or less. So he showed me EXO. He also mentioned Girls' Generation. He also showed me Red Velvet that only has 5 members. So that was kind of okay at first, but they weren't the group that like got me into K-pop. EXO was the group that got me into K-pop, and so I had to learn 12 members' names, and even though I know that there's 9 now, I still learned all 12. So that was my first experience. So I was kind of it was hard for me to absorb it at first, just because there was so many people to remember. But then afterwards, it got easier, because right after I got to know EXO, I immediately got into 17, and 17 has 13 members. Favorite thing about Monsta X, it would have to be their closeness with each other, just because in the beginning they had a rocky start just because of everything that happened with No Mercy, and I know that No Mercy was more traumatized than it was, but the feelings were still there. The feelings of like, why is he here? What's he doing here? Or by he, I mean Jim Kim, because he was brought in late. Why was he here? What's he doing here? He's just riding on everything that we've built up. It's not fair. So those feelings were still there. I just think that they were more dramatic than they would have been if it wasn't on camera, but since it was on camera, they had to make it kind of drama, like just for the views, I guess. But the feeling was still there, and so I'm glad that they got past that after they debuted. And I know that prior to debuting they still had those feelings, because he did win in the end with them. However, they did get past it, and then now they're here, so I like their their growth with their relationship with each other, and not only their growth in music. So you're not a fake Danny stan, because a lot of people don't actually know, because I don't really talk about it much. But how I got into Monsta X and VIXX, well, I got into VIXX first actually, kind of. Well, I mean, I knew of VIXX first and then Monsta X, but then I got into Monsta X, then VIXX, if that makes any sense. But I got into VIXX around Dynamite era, around July, August 2016. So the summer of 2016 was when I learned of VIXX, and basically I was just looking for more groups to stan, for more groups to follow, and VIXX was one of the groups that was mentioned or was recommended to me, and so I checked them out, but I didn't really get to know them. I only knew Ken and N, because those were the two that I guess just knew prior to knowing that they were in VIXX, and the fact that Ken is friends with Seokjin from BTS, and I was a big BTS fan, so they always had interactions. So I knew of Ken. And actually, a fun fact, when I was first looking at VIXX, I always forgot about Hyuk, and now looking back at it, like, that's kind of embarrassing, because like he's my bias now, along with Hongdoong, and those two I never really paid attention to back then. But then when I did get into them, like actually got into them like a lot, they became my bias. Kind of the same thing with Monsta X, except for the fact that I had found them through Cosmic Girls. So I was a fan of Cosmic Girls way before I was a fan of Monsta X, and when they did their collaboration with Monsta X, that was kind of when I knew of them, but didn't know of them. I just didn't know them when I first watched it. So I was only watching like the music video and the dance practice for Cosmic Girls, and then afterwards I remembered that I watched it after getting into Monsta X. And then another interaction that happened that involved the Monsta X member was Kihyun and Yoongi during KCON LA. So they had like that kind of interaction, so that I guess I kind of knew about them. And then once again, a few months later, when Changkyun did the PPAP for Halloween, around Halloween, or like before Halloween, whenever it was popular, he did that video, and I saw that on my dash again, because I guess some of my BTS blog mutuals were fans of Monsta X at the same time, and then so I saw that on my dash, and I was like, who's this? And like I was embarrassed for him, and I didn't even know who he was at that point, because like PPAP, right? And then it wasn't until December of 2016 that I really got into them, because that was when I had just finished my first semester of university, and I was off, and I didn't have any more to study for at that point. And so I was reintroduced by Monsta X. I don't remember how exactly. I don't remember how I got into their videos. I think it was something on Tumblr. So I saw their White Love special clip, and then that's something that really did get me into Monsta X. And then after that, it was the Fan Heart Attack video, so that's kind of what seals the deal of me being a Monbebe. Actually, now that I remember, I also saw that they during the SSAC, the Idol Championship thing, the sport thing that they do every year. I saw that they did like they were giving out food for Monbebe, and they had like specialized wrappings for their food. So that was another thing that I saw, but I didn't know that it was for them. Like I only saw like Monbebe, so I didn't know like the fandom. I didn't know the group. There was one group that did all that for their fans. So in my hobbies, I don't really have many hobbies, I guess. But I do sing, I do play piano, and obviously I do Photoshop, so I guess those are my hobbies. So these always change a lot just because there's so much that's always going around, or like so much coming out, that I don't have a set list. However, most of my favorite songs are from the groups that I do enjoy listening to a lot. So from Monsta X, obviously, from VIXX, from B2B, BTS, and then recently also BAP. Some of the songs are mostly non-titled tracks, as you probably would guess. So some songs would be like GR8U, wait, GR8U. So GR8U, Say You Say Me, stuff like that. Favorite music videos, I have a gift series that I'm working on that has all of the music videos that I do enjoy. So some of them that I have released were Love Equation by VIXX, All In by Monsta X, Feel So Good by BAP. Those are the 3 that I have out right now. And then a bunch of other ones that I probably will have there. As for choreographies, I do kind of have a set list, just because one, I kind of can do those dances, and 2, they're very appealing to me, I guess. So some examples would be like Fire by BTS, All In by Monsta X, Beautiful also by Monsta X, Dynamite by VIXX, GR8U by VIXX, Voodoo Doll by VIXX, so stuff like that. So the next few questions are from the same person, if you don't know. If you don't know who BF Junie is, it's Val, and she's one of my closest friends on Tumblr. And we've known each other for almost a year. It's gonna be a year in September, I believe. And so I already mentioned Val is BF Junie is Val, and then why I love her so much is the fact that she has been supportive through almost everything that I've done, where like Tumblr wise, like the changing of my blog style, the changing of my posts, remaking, all of that stuff, and even the stuff that's not related with Tumblr. She supports me in, or like gives her feedback on what she thinks on it, and that's something that I really like about her, because she's just very genuine. And also the fact that she is like she's also a big sister to me, because I'm the oldest in my family, so I don't have anyone that I can really like talk to about my problems, because I don't want to burden my younger siblings with my problems, so I just kind of keep it bundled in BTS. So if you've been on her blog before and you've been following her for quite a long time, you know that a lot of people are like, Val, don't you stand Jimin? Or like isn't Jimin your bias record? And then she's always denying it. But sometimes you're not wrong. You know, I'm not saying that you don't fuck with me. You too. So 94 Liners is Hosok and Namjoon from BTS, and those are her 2 biases, and now also DK from 17. So if you follow her and you follow me, tag her in a lot of DK posts, because she loves DK. Well, she just loves them to death, and like she always has a struggle of who to have as her icon or who to have as her header, because she loves them both so much. And yeah, she just thank you. So what made me got into gifting was the fact that I wanted to make some sort of content that wasn't your basic like collage pictures, because that's what I was doing in the beginning. So I was just using whatever apps I could find on my computer, which was a Windows computer at the time. So I just downloaded whatever was free and then kind of did those basic edits for like a month maybe, or less than a month. And then it wasn't until I was introduced to Photoshop by one of my classmates in my geography class back in grade 9, which was like 4 years ago. And then, so she showed me how to basically use it and how to open like a document. And she also showed me briefly how to make a GIF. And it wasn't like the most conventional way that or like it wasn't the way that I do it now, because it was a much slower process than what I normally do now. However, it was still basic. There was like still the foundation of what I had started with. So I started with that. I just eventually got better and better at it. So I just continued with it. And now I'm here as one of the, I guess, well-known, what's the X, content creators with me through. So it kind of changes throughout my years in high school. So before high school, it was always, oh, I'm just gonna be a doctor, because like, that's what I've been exposed to. In grade 9, I wanted to be a writer or a publisher, because I was very fascinated with the fan fiction that I'm not part of anymore. And then in grade 11, or end of grade 11, to grade 12, was when I was like, maybe I want to be a graphic designer. Because throughout my days of being a gift maker or a content maker on Tumblr, I've always been told that I had an eye for graphics, and people would always comment and say how well the graphics were made and stuff like that, but I'm studying to be a nurse, so that's just how it is, I guess. But if I can do it on the side, that would be fine with me, because if I can make something, if I can make money out of my hobby, then that's something that I really do. That's something that I really do. So, like I said, I don't read fanfiction as I grew out of it. I know that you asked me something similar to this last year when I did this for BTS, but now it's mostly EXO. It's kind of like a 360, I guess. But so first is Changkyun. So the thing that I love about Changkyun is the fact that he thinks outside the box. Like he has an unconventional way of thinking. Like I don't know how to explain it exactly, but he doesn't normally think the same way someone else would. As in, like, he's more creative in that sense. Maybe it's because he was able to travel around the world and like, grow up in different places, so he has different perspectives of different things. So I think that might be something, or the reason why he's thinking outside the box like that. Because a lot of the time, you can like watch Ninja or Amigo TV. Like when they did all those questions, like he was thinking outside the box. Like for Juhan, it's his like personality on and off stage, because he's very charismatic on stage but very cute off stage. So that's something that I like about him. Not to say that that's a bad thing, because like it's not, but the fact that he can differentiate two different people, like two different parts of him on and off stage, and the fact that people say that he looks scary just because of how charismatic he is on stage, but then in reality he's like the complete opposite. So that's something I like about him. And not only that, the way that he's on stage really conveys the message that he's trying to bring through his rap. As for Hyungwon, I like how versatile or how well-rounded he is, because he can sing, he can dance, he can act. I don't know what else. He can model too. And so that's something I like about him, just because he's just very well-rounded, and I know that he's very, he doesn't get enough appreciation for how well-rounded he is. Yeah. So for Keehyun, It's the fact that he's very caring with the members and very loving to the members, and I know that he's stereotyped as the mom of the group, but that's not saying a lie. He really does take care of them, and he really does like try his best to be someone that does take care of them a lot. As for Minhyuk, it's the fact that he can manipulate any situation. So variety show wise, he knows how to handle different situations at different points of a variety show, and that he can make it entertaining the way that he wants it. And I know that he's very subconscious with that, but I know that he's very good at it. For Wonho, it's the fact that he has no shame for like showing his love for Monbebe, because he does that a lot, and he's not ashamed of it because he appreciates everything that we've done for them. And I think that's something that I really do like about him, just because he's just not afraid to say it like out loud, and he always wants to do it whenever he has the chance to. As for Shonu, it's the fact that he's very patient with the other members, because I know at times that he can be really wild, or like I know that the members can be really like energetic and sometimes out of control. So I like that how he's patient with the members, and he's not short-tempered, and that he doesn't get mad at them easily. Please answer in 2 or 3 full sentences. So I can't really answer that because that's your opinion on me. And then I guess maybe if I fit, like I don't know exactly why I'm cute, but I guess I'm cute. I've been cute since I was a baby. Okay, so this is the end of my Q&A. Thank you for watching, and if you want me to do anything like this again, you can leave an ask in my inbox, or you can leave a comment down below. So I also just want to thank everyone that has been following me or has re-followed me from my past vlog. If you don't know, it was Busani, or it was most well known as Busani back then. And the last few months, or the last month before I actually had remade, was kind of a roller coaster ride, just because there was so much to handle, I guess, in a way, where people were constantly kind of belittling me, saying that not to change, not to be more multi-fandom. So that's kind of something that I didn't enjoy about the last few months, especially. However, thank you to all of my followers and to all of my mutuals, whether you've been here beforehand or were just recently mutuals or recently followers. I just want to thank you all, because it really helped. It really, like, it makes me glad to think that there are people out there that enjoy being multi-fandom and enjoy being, or having, like, just being more multi-fandom. So, thank you.